Okay, welcome everyone to part 2 of Delete Your Unknown Blocks, See Wealth and Prosperity. My name is Chaim Alexander, and we're going to do the same thing as we did on our first call. So if you're an active participant in a 21-day program, I will assist you. If you're not an active participant, you can listen to the call and you will receive the benefits of being in the group itself. But for one-on-one assistance, I am going to be assisting those who are active participants. So if you like assistance, just press *6, and you will be placed in the queue. *6, and what I'm going to assist you is any obstacles. You're going to give me an obstacle that you're experiencing right now in relation to your goal. Okay, so we're going to start with our first caller. This is 9340. Hello?
Hi, this is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
I finished my website. I've done advertising. My goal is to make money, but I'm not getting any sales, so I don't know what my boss is.
Okay. How long ago did you complete the website?
I completed it 2 months ago, and I just started within the last month advertising.
Okay. So can you sense how you feel about it?
I feel great. I even had 3 or 4 friends review to look for errors or let me know.
No, I'm saying about not making any money from the website.
Frustrated.
Okay, there we go. So we're going to use that as our baseline. Okay, so 2 months ago. So there is a weakness of 2 months ago more specifically. So we're going to strengthen you for that. And there is some karma that you have with the web designer. I don't know if that's you and yourself. So let's strengthen that with the companies of the online companies that you're using for your website. There's some karma there. So we're going to delete that for you and strengthen you, and also delete it from them and strengthen them. Okay, so now when I think about 2 months ago, now that is good. So the next one has to do with relationships, and that is your relationships with customers, with actually more specifically clients. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that relationship back and forth. So them connecting to you, there is a weakness. So I'm going to strengthen you that, and that's because they're connecting to other professionals, more specifically professionals online. They have a weakness to connecting with professionals online. So I'm going to strengthen them and delete all of that there and reset. So now when I think about relationships, now that is strong. Okay, so now when you think about not making money from your website, how do you feel?
I'm going to go make money.
So do you still feel frustrated?
No. I'm just going to dive in and maybe find a tribe to help me. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen your physical intelligence, and then also I'm going to strengthen your telepathic communication, so that's strong, so you don't have to verbalize things to attract things. I'll make that strong for you, and I'm going to strengthen your midline. And what's weakening your midline is your thoughts, so I'm going to strengthen you to your thoughts back and forth. Okay, how about now? When you think about it, how do you feel now?
It's going to change, and it changed now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to go to our next caller. It's 5476.
Oh, hi, this is Kat from Mallorca.
How you doing?
Hello,
I'm
good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay,
good.
So what obstacle are you encountering right now?
Okay, so I have been hoping to come up with a story for my novel that I'm ready to start writing. And the strangest thing that has happened is that I have, in the past 2 weeks, met 2 other people who have just suddenly told me they're writing novels, and they came up with these great stories. And so I'm definitely attracting stories, but they're not to myself.
Okay, can you sense how you feel about that right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So the first thing that comes up is being left in the dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to being left in the dark, and then the other part is some karma you have around in the past about keeping other people in the dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, now when you think about writing a story or coming up with a story, how do you feel about that now?
I feel envious.
Okay. So the next one is that it's putting other people putting pressure on you. So you have a weakness, other people putting pressure on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you for that and delete any cumulative effects of putting other people putting pressure on you. So now the other one has to do with aging. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to aging. So as you get older, you get slower. That's the weakness there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that and delete any cumulative effects and make you strong. So as you get older, you get wiser. So I'm going to strengthen you to that too and delete any cumulative effects there. Now, when I think about your writing, that is strong, but there's a weakness to relationships, and that's relationships to your readers. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to your readers back and forth. Okay, how about now?
That feels good. That really, I felt a click.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. We'll go to the next caller. All right, this is Olga?
Yes.
Okay. So what
Can you hear me?
obstacle are you yeah, I can hear you. So what obstacle are you encountering right now?
Okay, my first obstacle is my family, being a mom and a wife.
Okay. So can you sense how you feel about that?
I feel trapped and like I can't move, I can't do anything, and they take my time. I just have to be there, but I don't want to be there.
Okay, so the first thing is I'm going to strengthen you from misinterpretation of what's going on. So I'm going to strengthen you for that and delete any cumulative effects. And also I'm going to strengthen you for no perception and things not being different. That's the next one. And then things changing. So those three, I'm going to make that strong for you. I'm also going to strengthen your midline. And also I'm going to strengthen you the next one is that there's misinformation that you're getting from your education. And that's the first. The second one is from the experts. And then the third one is from you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. Okay, so now when you think about it, how do you feel?
I feel more neutral. Before that, when I told you, I was like almost wanted to cry, and now I don't want to cry. But still, I feel like I want to jump out and just escape.
Okay, so you have a weakness to things coming easy to you. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that, and that has to do with the location you used to live in the past. So it's more like you have to hustle and bustle. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that collective and that energy and delete any cumulative effects there. And any connecting in your quantum particles, let's delete that and let's activate the wormholes inside your quantum particles so it moves them out really quickly. Okay, how about now?
I feel more neutral.
Okay, so the next one I'm going to strengthen you is some slowness from where you're currently are living. So you're connecting to the slowness there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. Okay, how about now when you think about it? Is it the same or different?
It's definitely different, but I feel it's like inside my chest, it's ticklish sensation. Like there is something.
Okay, so.
I don't feel my throat.
Okay, so I'm going to strengthen you for wanting more time. So that's the first weakness. And wanting to go back into the past, that's another weakness there. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And then the next one is connecting to a health issue in the past that was slowing you down. So let's strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. And then any trauma that it caused in the past, and let's delete that trauma and the memory of it and your mind, and then your spirit, and then we'll reset. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, it's much lighter.
Okay, so now when you think about that obstacle that you mentioned, do you feel it's still an obstacle?
I just want to laugh. I don't know.
Okay.
Do I feel it as an obstacle? I don't think about it actually anymore.
Okay, so do you feel like you can move forward now with your goal?
Yeah. Yep. I just feel fear of doing the tele event like you are doing, because this is the next on my list to do, and I feel that.
Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen your internal fitness and then strengthen your foundation to be able to make that stronger. And then expanding is the next one. So it'll make you strong to expanding and also strengthen you to the connective of other females who are leaders. So there's a weakness there. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And any karma that you have with other female leaders, we'll make that strong to you too. Okay, how about now?
Wow, that was just straight to the point. Feels good. Feels good.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so we're going to go to our next caller, which is 6661. Can you guys hear me?
6661?
Yes.
Oh, is this me?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the number. Anyway, yeah, I'm feeling a lot of confusion in terms of how to achieve the goal. That's really like a big thing going on for me.
Okay, so can you sense how you feel about that right now? The confusion part?
I feel a little scared, yeah.
Okay. So when I think of scared, there's a weakness there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that, and that has to do with that it's reminding you of something when you were small, around 7, I guess. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects, and that has to do with, okay, so you're strengthened for that. The next one is, when I think about it, uncertainty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to uncertainty, and more specifically, make you strong to new things that are coming in. So if you have old things, repeated things versus old things, so if something repeats, there's also weakness there, but if something is old but does not repeat, you're strong to there. Okay, now when you think about your goal, how do you feel right now?
I still feel kind of uncertain.
Okay, so there is a karma there, so I'm going to strengthen you for negative experiences around karma, and more specifically, it has to do with health, being uncertain if the person's going to get better or not. So there's a weakness there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that for you and delete any cumulative effects. And then there's some weaknesses going back to your ancestors around health. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Now, when you think about it, how do you feel?
I feel a little better. I get something that came up in the process of that, which is a feeling of like not worthy of receiving good things, like I'm destined for negative things to happen to me.
Okay, so when I'm going to strengthen you to misinterpretation of what that is, and delete any cumulative effects, and then repeating what other people say what it's supposed to be. So there is that thing going on. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you for that. The other one is I'm going to strengthen you for getting the wrong answer. So when you get the wrong answer, it weakens you, and then make that strong. And then other people giving you answers, you're strong to that. The next one is getting misinformation from the collective. So I'm going to strengthen you to that, and more specifically, the collective, more specific coming from the media. So I'm going to strengthen you to the media back and forth. Okay, how about now? When you think about it, how do you feel?
Yeah, I definitely feel stronger.
And now when you think about your goal, do you feel that it's still going to be a challenge for you?
Not so much, no.
Okay, so the next one is there's some spirit attachments that I'm going to remove. I'm going to send them to other dimensions, universes, etc. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, it's definitely stronger.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Keep me posted.
I sure will. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so we're going to go to our next caller, and that is...
Hi there. This is Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Okay.
It's Molly on Facebook.
Okay.
Strengthen my ability, understand, translate in my communication with my body, heart, and soul. Quiet my mind.
Okay, hold on, Maureen. Hello. Okay. So we don't do laundry lists here, right? Because the Yuen method, we like to be precise. So we're going to go back to what obstacle are you currently experiencing towards your goal?
Those do influence it. I have difficulty with wanting for myself, so I have a hard time connecting with my own desires.
Okay. So can you connect with that?
Yeah, it makes me want to cry.
Okay. So the first weakness is not knowing what you want. That's the first weakness, and I'm going to strengthen you for that and delete any cumulative effects. And that is because you're connecting to other women who don't know what, from the past, who were not allowed to choose what they want. So that's what you're connecting with. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there for not knowing what you want and connecting with women who are not allowed to know what they wanted or to follow what they wanted. Okay, so now when you think about your goal, how do you feel? Is it the same or different?
It's sad.
Okay.
So it's
sadness.
I'm not crying.
So sadness is, I'm going to strengthen you for that, but it's not coming from you, it's coming from your family. So you're picking up sadness from your family, more specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you strong to your family and your family to you. So there's a weakness for your family to connect with you strongly, and that is coming from some karma. So let's delete all that karma, and that karma has to do around health. So we're going to delete all that karma around health and make them strong back and forth. Okay, how about now? When you think about your goal?
Well, that caused more crying. I feel different.
Okay. So the crying is that. Okay, so I'm going to strengthen you to some people in the call today that you're connecting to. So that's you're picking that up from them. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. Then I'm going to strengthen your internal boundaries. And what's affecting your internal boundaries is your thoughts. So I'm going to make you strong to your thoughts back and forth, and to make you strong so your mind is not in your body the whole time, making you think over and over again. So I'm going to make that strong for you. The next one is I'm going to strengthen the internal dynamics, and then the external dynamics of your body, and then diversities. How about now?
Better.
So there's something still in the way.
I want for myself.
When you think about putting yourself first or figuring out what you want, how do you feel about that?
That seems impossible. That seems impossible.
Seems impossible to you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you for some trauma in the past. And that's affecting you to decide what you want, because then what it does, it triggers that trauma in the past. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that and delete, and then any reactions that you have from that, let's strengthen and make those reactions to be less than a second, or less than a split of a second, and then it won't affect you that way. And the next one is there's some phobias. Phobia I'm going to strengthen you for, and that has to do with body weight phobia. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And anytime you see somebody's body image that you don't like, it triggers that phobia for you. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. How about now? When you think about
that's interesting. It changed to I don't deserve money.
Okay. So that's misinformation around that. So I'm going to strengthen you to the misinformation around that. Okay, how about now when you think about it?
I want for myself. I don't understand how. That's what I heard.
Okay, so are you going too much into your mind? So let's strengthen you into your mind and delete any cumulative effects there. Now I want you to go into your feelings. I want you to feel, think about going for your goal. Stop thinking about it and then see how you feel about it. Don't use your mind there. And compare it to when you first started.
I don't know how.
Okay, so can you sense how you feel about something that you enjoy?
I can only think of one thing I enjoy. Let's see. It feels flat.
Feels flat. So when you enjoy something, it feels flat. And think about something that you don't enjoy.
Flat.
They're both flat. Okay, so the weakness here is getting in touch with your feelings. That's the big weakness there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. So what I'm going to teach you is something called tensing, so you can get more in touch with your body, because you're way too much outside of your body, so you cannot sense. The mind itself is not a good gauge to see if you're going to see if you're moving forward or not, or getting better or not, because the mind doesn't know. It just repeats what's stored in there. So the exercise I'm going to give you is called tensing, and it's very simple. What I want you to do is tighten your stomach area, and when you're tightening it, you want it to like shrink all the way inside. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so I do that 5 times for like a second each squeeze.
Is it physical or just imaginary?
For you, it's going to be physical.
Okay, I did it 5 times.
Now, how do you feel after doing it 5 times?
The word stronger.
Okay, so I want you to do it 5 times again.
Okay.
And how do you feel now?
Stronger still.
Okay, so that's where you're stuck at right now. What you need is to first get in touch with your own body. Okay, because you're too much in your mind, and this is what's coming up for me, this is what's coming up, but you're not sensing how your body feels. So first get in touch with your body, and then you will know. Then you can after that you can see. Once you are used to getting in touch with your body and you're accustomed to do that, and in other words, you retrain your body to start working that way, then you can start comparing what you like and what you don't like. But if you don't know what you like and what you don't like, you're not going to know what you want either, because you want to get, when you want something, you'll get some kind of benefit or enjoyment out of it. So in your case right now, my suggestion is to do that tensing. And tense your entire body, every part of your body, so you get used to getting in touch with your body. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to our next caller.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me just close out this other. Oh, it's closed already. All right. So, yeah, where are you stuck at?
Well, okay, by trying to buy a house 4 days before the closing, judgment was found against the seller, so she's trying to work it out. Can't buy another house because my loan can't be a different loan can't be funded until the federal government approves the new budget, so I'm kind of stuck not being able to do anything.
Okay, so the weaknesses here is tapping into infinite possibilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects so you can tap into infinite possibilities. And then the next one is achieving. So more specifically, achieving what you want around relationships. There's a weakness there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to being able to achieve what you want. And then giving, and then the other one is receiving what you want. There's another weakness there. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And then the third one has to do with your ancestors, not allowing other people to achieve what they want. There's a karma there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, how about now? When you think about it, how do you feel?
Oh, I just feel sad, like I feel like I want to cry.
Okay, so that's so something that we mentioned with your ancestors triggered something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete that trigger. I'm also going to strengthen your exit portals so the energy can go down and out. And also the other thing is making you strong to being mindless. So I'm going to make that strong to you. Okay, how about now?
Feel better. There's still sadness there.
Okay, so let's address that right now. Okay, so I'm going to strengthen the exit portals again, more specifically in your sacrum. And then I'm going to strengthen you for suppressing, but that's more of on a subconscious level. So I'm going to make that strong for you and delete any cumulative effects there. And then I'm going to strengthen you to your sensations. And more specifically, we're going to go into physical burning. That's one. I'm going to strengthen that for you. Next one is a mental numbness. So I'm going to strengthen that for you. And then the other one is physical suffering. We're going to make that strong. So that's 3 right there. We're going to strengthen all of that and make your midline connect to that back and forth to strengthen it and support. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I feel better.
Okay, so
I feel like some kind of block in my jaw or my mouth, like it's better, but it's still there a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to strengthen your midline, and I'm going to strengthen the fitness of your spinal cord. There's a weakness there, so I'm going to strengthen that fitness level, and then I'm going to strengthen the energy in the missing tailbrain to make that strong and connecting with your cranial brain back and forth. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I feel better.
Feel better? So what do you feel is still in the way?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do. It just feels like there's nothing I can do to even make this happen. I've been trying for, a month now, and it's like every avenue I try to do something to buy a house, there's just everything gets blocked. So I just don't know what to do anymore except to wait, until the budget gets balanced or the seller fixes her situation. So maybe there's nothing I can do.
Okay, so first I'm going to strengthen you into the seller or the buyer. Who needs to? I'm going to strengthen you and
the
them.
Buyer.
Okay, so you're buying it. Okay, so you and the seller. So I'm going to strengthen you to the seller, and any karma that you have with the seller back and forth, I'm going to make that strong. And then, so now when I think about it, it's strong now. Okay, now fulfillment is the next one. And your desire is more specifically, so I'm going to strengthen that specific thing around desire. I'm going to make that strong for you. Okay, how about now? When you think about it, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel okay. I guess more neutral. Still not knowing what to do. I guess just wait. I did have an idea to present to the seller about renting temporarily until she can get her thing fixed, her title clear. So maybe I need to just propose that to her.
So propose that and keep me posted. You're still in the program, so we'll see what happens towards the end. Okay?
Alrighty. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to go to the next caller.
How you doing, Hyam?
How are you?
I have some of the same obstacles as your previous caller. I have a website that's been stagnated for maybe like 2 to 3 months. I bought software that was supposed to drive this traffic and all this, but nothing is happening. I'm not converting any sales.
Okay. So sales is the weakness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to sales. And sales triggers stealing for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that and delete any cumulative effects that goes around stealing. So stealing is not from you. It's actually coming from the neighborhood you're living in. So I'm going to strengthen you to that back and forth, to that connection. Okay, now when I think about sales, now that is stronger. Okay, how do you feel now about it when you think about it?
Feels a little more smoother. And this is like my third investment, and it seems like I'm making bad investments. Like every investment never produces anything. I don't know if it's just my investment.
Okay, so there is a weakness to sticking to something long enough. That's a weakness there. So I'm going to strengthen your endurance, and that's more on a spiritual level. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. So endurance now is strong. Sticking to something, that's now strong too. Okay, how about now when you think about it? How do you feel?
Okay, that feels a little more confident. I feel a little more confident about it.
Okay, so making sales, there's still some more weakness to making sales. So you making sales, what it does is you're connecting to other salespeople and their karma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects and strengthen their karma so it does no longer affect you. Okay, how about now?
Okay, that feels better.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to the next caller. This is Hasdi. Effie, the first name, I think. Hello? Hello, you there? Okay, we're going to go to the next one then. Try to call back in and see if it works. Next one is 2178.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Everything that's been said before has been just really right on for me, but I still come back to this sense or feeling of deserving or unworthiness.
Okay, so what is your obstacle? What is your goal first?
My goal is to provide or to have an abundance financially so that I can go visit my grandkids.
Okay, so did you come up with an action plan for that?
Yes, but I
Okay.
still come back to that.
So what obstacles have you encountered while implementing those action plans or any
Fear.
of them? Okay,
Fear.
so fear. So okay, so we're going to go to that. So do you have that fear right now?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Okay, so we're going to use that as a guideline. So the first weakness is we're going to strengthen you around fear, but that has to do with fear from the past that's triggering, but it's more specific fear in relationships. So I'm going to strengthen you to relationships and delete any cumulative effects, and that's relationships with a partner. So I'm going to make that strong to you and delete any cumulative effects there. So now when I think about the fear, it's strong, but there's still a little bit more when it comes to health. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you around health, and there's the fear of other family members' health problems. That's the fear there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, so now when you think about the fear, is it still there?
A little bit. But
okay.
I feel stronger.
Okay, so I'm going to strengthen your exit portals so your energy can go down and out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to strengthen you for any kind of misinformation around why you think you're not getting what you wanted. So getting the wrong information, getting the wrong answer, I'm going to make you strong to all those. Okay, how about now?
Lots lighter.
Lighter.
It feels like it's bright.
Yeah.
A bright light.
Yeah. Good. So since you mentioned some things that other people have mentioned, let's see if I remember what you said. You said not deserving and those things. Those are things in the Yuen method, when people tell me that, and if it's not a weakness, I don't even look at it. Those are cookie cutter recipes for people.
Uh-huh.
They say, oh, the reason why is because I don't feel like I deserve, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. From what I found in many cases when I'm working with people, that is not it. They're just repeating what somebody else said, and I heard this in the call several times again, where people were repeating what other people say or what's in a book, and this is why they're not achieving, and so they have that thought, and it holds them back because they're just thinking that's what it is, and it's not. That's why I am very specific on take an action plan. Create an action plan and follow through with it. And then when you start following through and you have an obstacle, then you know specifically, oh, I tried to do this and it didn't work. Now that's an obstacle. It's not something that you're stuck in the mind because I heard other people say it, or and then because the mind is very tricky and it's going to, it only knows what you put in there from now and past lifetimes. So if you make something more concrete, like, okay, this is what I tried to do. I tried to walk out the door, and it was pouring rain. Every time I walk out the door, it pours. Then it's not something you mind. I tried to pick up the phone, but for some reason I couldn't pick up the phone. Then we address that. Okay, so make it more specific. That's why I am very big on action steps when it comes to goals.
Okay, I have one very specific issue.
Okay.
That I am attempting to do, or that I'm wanting to do, I feel that it's the right action to take, but every time I go to make a plan to do it, I go blank.
Okay, and that is around what area of your life?
Financial.
Okay, it's financial. Okay, so the thing there is, can you sense how you feel about it right now?
A lot lighter, just because I clarified it in a statement.
Okay, so what it is that it's being able to handle. You being able to handle that's what you want. So there's a weakness not being able to handle it. So I'm going to strengthen you so you'll be able to handle it. So it's more of your fitness level on the level of your mind. So I'm going to strengthen the fitness level on the level of your mind and make that strong so you'll be able to handle it. And then the next one is other people not being able to handle seeing you achieve that. So they're handling because they can't handle it. It's affecting you too. So I'm going to strengthen them so they'll be able to handle it. And this has to do with because we're a collective and we connect to each other. So let's make you strong to your family collective. So they're all strong and make them everybody even to each other, and also strengthen the external dynamics of you and your family. Okay, how about now when you think about it, how do you feel?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay.
Really
all right.
excited. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Okay, so we have time for one more caller. Okay, go ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
Sandra. Good, thanks. Regarding my goal, I'm feeling kind of afraid and anxious for moments with my current project and about not having projects coming on a regular basis. And also I feel that I'm not following like a schedule, even though I think I should, or maybe be more strict on my times and things like that. I think those are some of the
okay.
problems.
Can you sense how you feel about that?
I feel anxious, and also like if I always try to follow a schedule and I never do that, and it's like I think I will never change that in some way. Okay,
so the first one is you're connecting to the past, the limitations that you had in the past. So that's what you're connecting to. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And then every time you put a schedule, what's happening there is you're connecting to being told what to do. And that's it's a weakness to you. You don't like that. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. And then the next one has to do with time in the future. So there's something you're connecting with in the future that's affecting you now. And that has to do with rejuvenation. So I'm going to do rejuvenating your body. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. How about now when you think about it, how do you feel?
I think I feel more relaxed and better about that. But it comes to my mind like if I feel overwhelmed now with trying to fulfill with my projects and I'm looking for new clients, I feel tired and overwhelmed.
So right now, when you think about new clients, you feel tired and overwhelmed right now, Sandra?
Yes, a little bit. Yes, a little bit still. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you think about the schedule, how do you feel?
I think better. I think more relaxed about that.
Okay. So what it is there's a weakness to relationships with your family. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. More connecting to your mom, having to work a lot in the home itself specifically. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, and then I'm going to strengthen her so she doesn't have to connect to you with that. Okay, how about now when you think about finding new clients? Does it feel overwhelming for you now?
No, I think it feels okay now.
And what about achieving your goal? How do you feel about that now?
I still feel like anxious. I still feel like a knot in the stomach. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the knot in the stomach is, I'm going to strengthen you for that. So where it's coming from your brain. So I'm going to strengthen you to your brain back and forth. The second one is the energy in the room that you slept in last night. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. Okay, how about now? Do you still feel anxious in your stomach?
No, I feel much better now, yes.
Okay. So the anxiousness had nothing to do with the goal. It was just what we just strengthened. So I'm going to make you strong to misinterpreting, and I'm going to make you strong to getting the right answer about how you feel. So there's a weakness of getting the right answer about how you feel. So I'm going to strengthen that for you and delete any cumulative effects. And that is actually coming from, it's triggering some phobias that you had in the past that you didn't know where they were coming from. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects and not connect to the future. And I'm also going to delete that from your quantum particles. Okay, how about now? How do you feel?
Yes, a lot better. Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you everyone for being on the call. I'll send out an email for our next call. Continue doing the action steps, and I'll talk to everyone soon. Bye-bye for now.